your gender is valid. This is Minecraft. This is a game for children. This is a game that children don't even know how many genders there are because they're like 5 or 7 or something. They might not even understand it entirely. In my opinion, I think that they shouldn't have this on anything that's for, if you're making a video game that is not, it's accessible by underage people, I don't think that you should have like complex gender messaging in it.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. On today's episode, we got some mysterious videos from TikTok. Let's get into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And people don't understand that everything that is created and controlled everywhere goes back to some company. And I feel like somebody sold us out. They asked at this congressional hearing, did they know about any agreements made between U.S. politicians and non-human intelligence? You know what the answer was? He said, I can talk to you about this in a private setting. What the fuck? Like, who is choosing us? I know who it is. I feel like I didn't track them down. And it's almost like movie stuff. But that's why they put so much in the movies, because they don't want us to believe that the supernormal exists, because they working for it. That's a fact. Because, bro, a Ouija board is an actual portal. They used to sell Ouija boards at the Walmart.
Yeah, they still do.
Oh, yeah. Do they still sell them?
You can still buy a Ouija board.
Yeah, you still can buy it, right?
So it's like, okay, that is basically targeting children for supernatural forces. And then when I study through history, if the ancient ancestors indeed were aliens, whatever, they would demand child sacrifice.
Y'all, watch the frequencies. All over the earth, weird stuff is happening that usually does not happen. We just had 3 blackouts on the Schumann frequency, or timeline shifts, as well as having that a few days ago. And just for a second, we're gonna get right back to this, but it's weird how the EPA canceled $20 million in flood protection for Alaska before this happened. And at the same exact time, we're having anomalies pop up everywhere. Volcanoes, these little ice discs are popping up in Serbia, and no one even knows what's going on. Completely unrelated, I don't know if y'all remember me showing you how different frequency waves can manipulate and change the structure of water. Unrelated. But along with volcanoes going off, warnings of volcanoes about to go off, or other volcanoes looking like they're about to go off, we've literally been having magnetic anomalies all over the earth, as well as this really weird frequency pattern that we saw over Australia a few days ago. And again, completely unrelated from the blackouts on the Schumann frequency happening all the time right now. The Schumann resonance picks up the resonance of the earth. But of course, anything that measures frequencies can pick up other frequencies bilaterally. And frequency is a really weird thing. Now, completely unrelated, we have the fires everywhere, the volcanoes, the crazy flooding, the typhoons, and even the hurricanes acting very weird this year. Speaking of frequencies, completely unrelated, it smells really bad. Ancient life frozen in Alaska for 40,000 years has been woken up. I wonder what's causing the ground and under the ground to heat up, don't you? Do remember, all things are frequency. That's not cliche or hipster. When it comes down to it, the base foundation of life is frequency. Now, completely irrelevant, the cool fact of the day. Did you know that metals are one of the things that are able to attract frequencies and energies and other things? And another cool fact of the day, completely unrelated, what is one thing that Alaska is known for? Anyways, I wonder why everything is going so crazy on the earth right now. Any ideas?
We are energy. We are materializing things with our mind. This density called the third dimension is being created in what could equate to nanoseconds. It's so fast that the brain cannot even conceive of the conception of manifestation. But the minute we look at something, we're creating it. The minute we think of something, we're creating it. We are infinite creators, and we go on and on forever. And if we would create good and wonderful things, be productive in what we think about, what we feel, what we know, and look at things with compassion and love instead of fears and doubts and ideas of profit margins, we could have the realization that we have never left heaven, that it's always been here. We just lost sight of it.
Well, you can clearly.
I mean, imagine if they used everything for the betterment of humanity. Everything, right? Imagine what, I mean, John Lennon said it, imagine, right? Like, imagine what it would be like if everyone used everything for the best of humanity's, benefit. What it would be like. Beautiful.
In Disney stuff, they put these subliminal messages in these movies.
In the Rescuer movies, there is a subliminal frame of a photorealistic woman in a window without any clothing. Once this was discovered, this was removed and replaced for obvious reason.
You know what it reminds me of? Another movie reference. Have you guys ever seen Fight Club? The very beginning of Fight Club, when Edward Norton's giving this monologue and he's talking about how he didn't sleep at night. He did all these real odd jobs, or Tyler Durden did all these odd jobs. And so he worked at some movie theater, and one of his hobbies was to splice in single frames of.
Nobody knows that they saw it, but they did. Nice gate.
That is what they're showing you right there. Like, that's not fake. You see it in that movie and it seems ridiculous. And of course, when you're a carnal person, it was kind of funny. But when you know that is actually not fiction, that's real. It comes from Disney.
You're shooting with 50 cows. Those go through tanks. When you hit a human being with that bullet, his body disintegrates.
Oh, it turns to
literally turns to jello.
If you miss a person and the bullet passes by within like a couple of feet, it'll rip a limb off.
Damn, a couple feet.
Even if you miss it.
Even if you miss, that bullet's moving so fast and it's big and powerful. You can be like within 2 feet of hitting someone and it'll still like take their arm off.
Where'd you shoot him?
Everywhere. I guess upper body, like he evaporated. The only like clear shot I remember with the 50. Well, no, my machine gunner behind me, he hit a guy with the 50. He was running on a rooftop. He had an RPG, and he hit him, and his upper body like went away, and just his legs like took 2 more steps.
Crazy.
On the rooftop, but his upper body was gone.
Y'all, something big is taking place in the Pacific Ring of Fire, and I've been talking about this for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? The Pacific Ring of Fire is like the womb of Earth, okay? And now we have all these earthquakes popping off in the Pacific Ring of Fire. Nobody's talking about it. And now we have Mount Luotobi, the volcano, just erupted for the umpteenth time this year. I believe in July and August, and now we are in October, and yet another eruption. What's happening?
A volcano in Indonesia, Mount Laki erupted today, sending a massive plume of ash as far as 6 miles into the sky. The country's volcanic agency raised an alert to its highest level and evacuated nearby villages. Thick ash blanketed homes and farmland, forcing farmers to halt work. The volcano has been quite active of late, erupting in both July and August.
We want to know how much you spend a week on groceries. We'll begin with you, Mr. Cuomo.
Depends how many times my daughters come over, but probably about $150.
Okay, Mr. Sliwa?
Oh, I'd say about $175 with a gallon of milk, now $5 and always rising up. Loaf of bread, simple loaf of bread that used to be 99 cents. It's like $3 now.
Thank
the
you,
price is too.
Mr. Sliwa, thank you.
Costly.
It's a brief answer. Thank you. Mr. Mamdani.
Yeah, I actually agree with Curtis on that. It is too costly. Now that eggs are down to less than $4, though, my average spend every week is about $125, $150.
Now, what does elemental have to do with cryptocurrency? I'll show you. So this character is named Amber Lumens. Okay? And this character is named Wade Ripple. What does that matter, right? Well, the names of the 2 tokens that's going to be running this new financial system is called Ripple, XRP, and stellar lumens. Coincidence? They're showing you how these tokens are going to work in an ecosystem running the new financial system. Now, XRP is for institutions. Cross-border payments in real time, money's going to move at the speed of light. Now, when you send a wire or send, or get a refund or something, it takes days. You have to wait for transactions to settle. This is in real time. It's transparent and happens within seconds. Instead of a wire happening in 2 to 5 days, if it's international, it's 2 to 5 seconds. This one, XLM, Stellar, is for the retail investors, for you and I, on how we can interact with these protocols when it comes to, you go to Walmart, Amazon, any of these entities, they will be using that. So, and Stellar, they actually have a deal with IBM. They have XRP has a deal with Western Union. Even AVAX, which is another token, they have a partnership with Amazon, which most people don't know. So all these things that, they put in front of your face, oh, it's a cute little movie, oh, I have cute little characters, they're telling you where the money is. And since then, this has gone, these two tokens alone have gone up hundreds of percents.
Hundreds of percents, but like XRP is still like $3, y'all. Like they tell us in the movies, this might be throw $100, you get what? 30 tokens, 30 XRPs. Now imagine I don't know if they're going to go to Bitcoin 100,000 plus, but even half of that, you'll turn that $300 into, if you buy 30 tokens times 50,000, 150,000, dog. 300 to 150, quick.
Okay, so it's about time everybody caught on to this one, because this one, it's been a minute. You guys really thought that she was going on tour. It's like Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood never takes a freaking day off. That's another one that you guys will finally come to terms with, that's not really her. But the Taylor Swift, like when she was on tour nonstop for like 2 years, the woman never stopped. Yet she was also at Travis Kelce's games, okay? At the same time. That is so planned and staged by everybody behind the scenes, okay? Because that's not really Taylor anymore. That is some robot thing. I don't know what it is, but it ain't her, okay? And when she was performing non-freaking stop for like 2 years all over the world and then being at the football games, like none of you batted an eyelash. But then when I would talk about it, I was like, loca. And now y'all see it, right? Now y'all see it. And then also when she said she was coming out with another album while she's still on tour, I was like, okay, nobody is seeing that, like, this is humanly impossible. Nobody is seeing it. Okay. And then now her music comes out and everybody, even the Swifties, are turning on her because they see that it is clearly AI music. Why? Because that is not Taylor. That is not the same original Taylor. It's the same thing that's going on with these two, okay? These are not the originals either. So finally, everybody is getting on board that, like, none of these celebrities are really real or around, and there's like other entities jumping into each other's bodies, and they're a robot and they're clones and they're AIs, and they're just not really real anymore, y'all. Like, we're in a different dimension. Now, we've definitely shifted, okay? Remember that whole like 3D, 5D, new Earth, old Earth split thing? We're here, and that's why everything is coming out, and it's freaking wild. Oh, and I also want to say that people who are just now figuring out that Taylor Swift is a mean girl, hello? Are you that slow? It took you that long? Taylor Swift, in high school, she claims that she was bullied for wanting to be an artist, even though she was literally a rich girl, okay? She got nominated for a CMA, a Country Music Award, and she invited her entire graduating class just to rub it in their faces. She's been a mean girl since high school. I've never liked her, especially when her and Selena Gomez are besties. They're fucking weirdos, okay? A snake loves another snake, and they're like that. So guess what that goes back to, okay? You know what I'm saying? The laser, little reptiles. And that they jump into each other's bodies, and it's like a bunch of crazy shit. This is all happening so that we stop worshiping these celebrities, because you're just giving away your money and your energy and your time. You guys could be spending that time investing it in yourself. So check out my school, Alex Herb School, where you will be learning all of these subjects. I deep dive them. I tell you my personal story with them, and I give you homework assignments so that you can start tapping into your gifts and seeing through all the bullshit like I have been doing for years, baby. Check it out. It is up on my site, and become your best self. Don't let these entities take over you. You are in control, and you are powerful.
MrBeast is genuinely one of the most evil people alive today. I mean that. 183,000 likes. So MrBeast is getting a bunch of hate. Now, why is MrBeast evil? What is the reason? How? Be specific. Nobody's saying the reason why. People who say incredibly hyperbolic shit like this and offer zero reasoning or explanation or low IQ, I will explain it because other people refuse to. The reason why they think he's evil is because he is using funds to help black people in Africa who he thinks are not deserving of that help. He thinks that the money will go to waste and it will accomplish no end goal. Bad take. You want to scroll down? Why don't these people donate their millions into their own communities? Africa before MrBeast, Africa after. This has 1.2 thousand likes. The post is true, though. Africa's gotten over $1 trillion in aid, and it's still the same. I appreciate you expressing that because you're proving my point. That's exactly what these people are trying to say. They don't want to say it because the Overton window hasn't shifted enough.
I mean, by law, he's probably only got to donate 3% of what he makes. I'm guessing by law. I know it's not nowhere near 50%. Under 10% by law, he probably has to donate to that. The other 90%, whatever, that goes to his pocket. Tax write-off too, probably. You know what I mean? So I don't understand people who are donating to a billionaire. I just don't get it. He can do that himself. But he's having us donate to him. And people donate. You know, I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Pretty sneaky. But I gotta show the little egghead I still got a couple of Indian tricks up my sleeve. Boy, hey, boy, put that book down and keep your eyeballs peeled.
Hey, the Looney Tunes used to be crazy.
I'm about to show you the ancient Indian art of rainmaking. Now then, boy, we'll see how much you learn. Let's see you brew up a storm. What you doing there, son? Well,
in the 60s.
I can't wait all day. Some storm. Where's the thunder and lightning? I had to ask.
What you're looking at right here is the melted cathedrals of the old world, and I'm going to tell you the weaponry that was used to liquefy and melt these stone structures. Now, first of all, there is no doubt that a lot of these structures that you see were old world buildings, and during the last global reset, they were destroyed. Now, here's some of the weaponry that could have been used to melt these structures. They could have used frequency and resonant weapons. Now, every single material has a resonant frequency. If you match that frequency, it will amplify. The object then begins to rapidly vibrate, and it will either shatter or liquefy, similar to an opera singer matching a glass's frequency, and then it shatters. It could have used directed energy weapons, something that is used today in the military. And clearly the old world had far more advanced tech than we have today. But essentially these directed energy weapons are concentrated electromagnetic energy or plasma energy. Very likely that concentrated laser directed energy weapon technology was used to melt all of these structures, guys. Also could have been microwave or scalar energy technology. Scalar waves and microwave frequencies can heat something from the inside out. And if such technologies were directed towards stone or metal, it would vitrify it, turn it to glass, or melt the structure entirely. This is something that could also cause instant petrification. Something that we see across the world with a lot of these giant beings, but we'll talk about that in another video. Also could have used solar weapons, like when you have a magnifying glass and the sun goes through it, just on a much larger scale. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Peace and love.
Damn, Kai. What the fuck, bruh? Y'all, this shit is crazy, bruh. They got Kai, y'all. I don't think he knew, y'all. I honestly don't think he really knew. But damn, this shit happened in front of 150,000 people. 150,000 people witnessed this. If you know, you know. I can't say too much. But just look at this video. No, bruh. No.
He's like some kiss shit.
Dog, this is wild, fool. Oh my God, look. Look at his face paint, y'all. If you know, you know. I can't say too much. TikTok, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only showing Kai with face paint. He was doing a face paint stream. They got him to do it. Also,
like, it baffles me that this guy of all people doesn't realize. Do you think they're going to let you get 150,000 people? That's more people than are at this football game right now watching them play. 150,000 people watching you. Do you think they're going to let you go on there and talk life, talk truth, talk happiness, talk? No. You got to do what we say. Like, how would he say, I don't even think he knew he was doing? He knows, y'all. He knows. It's crazy that people, I mean, maybe it's just so much in the algorithm. I mean, I could put a video out if I had I can put this exact same video out on my second channel and it'll get 500 views. But over here, it'll get 20, 30, 50,000 views. So it's just, you're in that algorithm, but it's crazy that they're just putting it in our face on these streams, y'all. People are eating it up. Demonic things.
Everything that I and others have been saying about the NFL. Rigging games for the Chiefs playing out in real time. Dan Campbell just confirmed on Detroit's 97.1 The Ticket that after the Lions scored a touchdown against Kansas City, he asked why they were being forced to wait over a minute to kick the extra point. The answer? An official told him the call to overturn the score came directly from New York. Let that sink in. The league office buzzed in mid-game to erase a touchdown and invent a penalty that no official on the field had called. This wasn't a reviewable play. Illegal motion isn't subject to replay assistance. And yet, the flag came 90 seconds late after the Lions had already celebrated. Referee Craig Rolstad later told reporters no help came from New York. So, someone's lying. This is the league actively shaping outcomes to protect its golden franchise. Biggest scandal in NFL history? It just might be.
I mean, there's a play on the last Cardinal game. Last play, 4th and 7 in the end zone. It was a clear pass interference, at least a holding call, right in front of the ref. He didn't call it. We lost the game. Colts went to 4-1. We went to whatever, 2-5, whatever. Or 5-1, 2-4, whatever. They went to that. Just like that. Colts went up. They kept winning. You're losing already. We're gonna let you. They've been calling every ticky-tack play, and it's getting annoying, y'all. It's getting to the point where I'm like, man, is it even worth watching it on Sundays? It's even worth it. It's not fair.
And many other people in many places have speculated on the meaning of this first landing on another body in space. Would each of you give us your estimate of what is the meaning of this to all of us?
I mean, for them doing the greatest thing that mankind's ever done. Think about that. Mankind has ever done the greatest accomplishment in mankind history. They don't look too happy. Looks like their dreams of being an astronaut were crushed.
I believe that
Don't look happy.
This country set out to do was something that was going to be done sooner or later, whether we set a specific goal or not. I believe that from the early space flights, we demonstrated a potential to carry out this type of a mission. And again, it was a question of time until this would be accomplished. I think the relative ease with which we were able to carry out our mission, which of course came after a very efficient and a logical sequence of flights, I think that this demonstrated that we were certainly on the right track when we took this commitment to go to the moon. I think that what this means is that many other problems perhaps can be solved in the same way by taking a commitment to solve them in a long time fashion. I think that we were timely in accepting this mission of going to the moon. It might be timely at this point to think in many other areas of other missions that could be accomplished. Well, I just see it as a beginning. Not just this flight, but in this program, which has really been a very short piece of human history. An instant in history, the entire program. It's a beginning of a new age.
Your gender is valid. This is Minecraft. This is a game for children. This is a game that children don't even know how many genders there are because they're like 5 or 7 or something. They might not even understand it entirely. In my opinion, I think that they shouldn't have this on anything that's for, if you're making a video game that is not, it's accessible by underage people, I don't think that you should have like complex gender messaging in it. I just think it's weird, and I don't know why anybody would put up with it. It's very weird. Stop speaking to the children about social issues. Well, the reason why people talk to kids about the social issues also is that they want to create the next, I think, generation of people that are like them, right? But ultimately, yeah, I just think this stuff is really weird, and it's got no place in a kid's game at all. I've got no problem with people that want to be trans and you want to live your life the way you want, but the moment that you try to start talking to 6-year-olds about it, I think it's time to call the FBI. And that's really just common sense. But in a lot of days and a lot of people, they seem to not have that nowadays. The next Karens, yep, definitely.
I mean, think about when we were kids. I mean, the one political thing I can remember, like actually out in the front yard talking with my friends on our bikes about anything to do with politics was when 9/11 happened. I remember we were on the street talking about what's like, you know what I mean? I was 10 years old when that happened. So that was like the first time I can remember. But now, like, these kids are talking about this stuff. These kids are talking about Trump. They're talking about Biden because they got it all access right here on their phone, right? We didn't have access to this. The only time we had access to something like this was when we'd come home and the news was on when our parents were watching it. But other than that, like, we were talking about what kids talk about. Like, what are we going to eat for lunch? Or let's go play a game of skate. Let's go play, you know. But now I can only imagine the conversation that these young ones are having when they even are outside. I don't even see it. I don't even see friends outside playing. I see like a dad out there with his son. There's another dad out there with his son, and they're playing separate. Or there's parents over here with their kids and parents over here with their kids. Like, I don't see kids interacting no more. Like, just out there in the neighborhood. Like, oh, I'm gonna go knock on this. You know what I mean? You don't even see it no more. You just see brothers and sisters playing or whatever. That's it.
I was real pumped.
Garth Brooks has the huge smile.
Woman was right. I know where the exit of this world is. We can leave. We can leave this world. The only issue is they put us into their society, where the only way we can leave is if we have enough of their money to accomplish this. They don't want us to go. We can 100% exit the ice wall. And I believe I know where. I don't have 15,000 just laying around.
Shit, more than that.
If I had 15,000,
15 million billion.
I would indeed book this trip so that I could head down there and point this out. Because I believe I 100% know how to get out of the ice wall. We're inside of an ice wall, you guys. The world serpent is in a circle, all right, and frozen around that wall, and we are inside of it. There is an exit. The Truman Show showed us this. The only question is, where is this exit? And they've been showing us this. I can't believe I missed.
So they might need my help. Okay. I'm going to state this, and I'm going to challenge Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true. About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright. Okay. Charlie was done. He said it explicitly that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our on-stage reunion could happen? It's a yes or a no. Okay. Let's stop this ditching. Let's stop the dodging. Let's explicitly, I want to hear from Turning Point USA that I'm lying about that. I want you to say no, it was just, he was feeling a little bit of pressure. No, I want you to literally answer what I have just said. It either happened or it didn't. I'm either making it all up or it happened exactly as I'm saying. And while we're at it, may I ask, what is the name of the Jewish donor who sponsored the Hamptons weekend? Okay. And to Pastor Rob McCoy, were there any LLCs that you or your son were being paid through that sat outside of Turning Point? I'm asking that question genuinely. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show.
It's like 24/7. What shall be the next great distraction, sire? Oh, they love the television. Just keep entertaining them. Make them angry. Make them vicious. Make them want to kill. Make them feel defeated. But, give them little things to enjoy, like perhaps the Kardashians, demoralize their moral beings, whatever's left of them. Everything that's put out there is made to divide us, period. Tell me one thing that's not made to divide. Is news meant to unify everyone? Is politics meant to unify everyone? Is government meant to unify everyone? Is school meant to unify everyone? No.
We don't want to. I mean, it's deep, y'all. It goes down to sports teams. It goes down to the phones we wear. I mean, it goes down to the shoes you wear. You go to school with Walmart Shaq shoes, you're going to get made fun of. That's division. Our clothes, our neighborhoods, our favorite color, everything. Everything is made to divide us. Everything. So far down to the phones we use, to the hats we wear. I'm sure to some people, the microphones. I'm a Rode guy. I'm a Shure guy. It's just different. Everything is just made to divide us. I forgot to turn on my alien back there.
We want to market. Bailouts don't work. Bailouts are Band-Aids. We aren't even made whole off of this. That's money that should be going towards senior citizens. That's money that should be going for the Affordable Care Act. That's money that should just be going to regular tax cuts for normal Americans and not billionaires. Period. Plain and simple. And what he is doing is destroying our markets. And when those markets disappear, we're not going to get them back.
How many of you knew that a typhoon hit Alaska? It had Category 4 hurricane type winds and destroyed several Alaskan native villages. People woke up to their homes floating down the river. And nobody's talking about it. Right now, a couple of sources are saying that at least 20 people are unaccounted for, but it could be way more considering not much is being pushed out there about what's happening in Alaska right now. Supposedly help is on the way, but with FEMA being defunded and the National Guard being used to invade cities, rescue efforts are very slim. People are stuck in their homes floating down rivers, going into the Bering Sea. Entire villages wiped out. Please spread the word and let people know what is happening in Alaska, because this is mostly impacting indigenous Alaskans.
It's always the indigenous, isn't it?
Have
Happy birthday, dear Bricky. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish.
And many more.
Right. Woo! Almost. Whoa. All right, Jackie.
That just kind of looks like a seance. Like watching it in the it just looks. It doesn't look godly. You know what I mean? Like that looked kind of dark, and we all do it every year. Blow out candles, make a wish. It's crazy how it looks.
I don't want to know the details. All right, here, honey. The girl's got to have a present. This is from me. Yeah.
Did you know? How cute. Should we have to?
Yeah. Jackie, press its pause.
Makes me want to cry.
Shut up. No way.
Quick interruption, but it hits different, y'all. When I have a kid, like I know the way I've been living is not good for my future in eating wise. A lot of junk food, a lot of processed. You know, my dad a couple of years ago just got over prostate cancer, and like I know the road I'm going down is leading to that. And then seeing something like this, y'all, like if this don't wake you up, wake me up, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? I got a boy down there. I got another one on the way. Need to get my life together, y'all. Scary. The older you get, you start thinking about those things.
That has not worked. That has not worked.
That's crazy. It's creepy. All right, family, there you have today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Quick video, right? We're getting ready to go out to a steakhouse, take my family house. So I'm gonna take them out there, you know, try to tell them to get something good, right? I can already see my father. God, it's so expensive, you know, we should have went somewhere else, right? But I'm gonna try to get them to get something good. Enjoy it. Kick your feet up. I got this, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Might do another short video tomorrow. We'll see. We got one more day with them. They leave tomorrow evening. So I might just do a quick banger in here, another 30-minute video. And then Monday, we'll get back into the hour-long bangers with you guys, right? Back to regular scheduling. But like I said, y'all, got to work on things, you know? I don't know if I'm thinking different now that I have kids or I'm getting older and wiser. But I just know this road I'm going down doesn't lead to paradise, right? So I know I need to get things under control because I'm not a little kid. I can't be eating like I'm 5 years old no more. You know, I got a 9-month-old. I got a baby on the way. I got to be at my best version of myself, y'all. How I was before I came to Texas. I'm telling you guys, before I was here in Texas, my mind was crazy. Like it was in a good way. It was disciplined. It was, you know, more glass half full than how it's been kind of since I've been here, like half empty. You know what I mean? So I need to flip that, but it's very hard. It's very hard to get that ball rolling in the right direction, y'all. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Hope everyone out there is having a good weekend. Hope everyone has a good Saturday. Hope you enjoy the video today. If you do, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Later.